as we look at this tragedy, and we learned this morning that 6 people have died, 8 more in critical condition, that more than 140 taken to local area hospitals, that some of those who were not badly injured have begun to have been released. We actually spoke with a survivor a short time ago. It was interesting when I talked to her, she still had a bunch of black dust all in the side of her ear. She had a scratch down the front of her face, black dust on the side of her ear. And I said, you realize you've got all this stuff in your ears? And she said, oh my gosh, I didn't even realize that. I said, how did you get that? And she said, well, she was in car number 3. She said the car that she was in turned on its side and then slid. And then they had to get on top of the seats in order to crawl out of their car. She said the reason they started to leave the car was because smoke started to fill the car. So she was still very much traumatized by what had happened. She had said, sorry, I got to run. She had just finally gotten a call from a friend who was going to take her back to Williamsburg in Brooklyn to get back home. She'd lost one of her shoes, and she didn't have her purse that was left on the train. So you can see this is still kind of an active situation. Everyone's still trying to piece together not just what happened with the train, but the people that were on board that train who are trying to get back home, back to their families, etc.
So, Norah, it sounds like a lot of these people are a bit on their own as they try to figure out what they should do next.
That's true, Elaine. I mean, in particular, this particular survivor said to me, she said, I thought for a second, should I grab my purse? Should I grab my computer? And she said she made the split-second decision, no, I just got to get out of this train. And she said, I don't know what's going to happen with my stuff, but you know what? I really don't care. I have my phone, and I'm happy to be alive. And that was kind of the extent of that. And I think, so there's still a sense of shock about what's going on. And just, this is a massive scene here, Elaine. I mean, last night, as Mayor Nutter, the Philadelphia mayor, described it, there were about 200 police that came out immediately. We've seen many of the rescue crews come out, all the NTSB officials. I don't know, you can see many of the police cars behind us that are in ambulances that are still here on the scene. So I still think this is a very active rescue and recovery operation, as well as the investigators trying to figure out what went wrong. It's going to take days before they can clean up this whole thing and try and get what is really the busiest Amtrak corridor in the country going again. And it may take weeks before they know exactly what happened that caused these 7 passenger cars to derail, including one of those cars was the engine. Elaine?
And Norah, it seems as if we've heard different reports that it could be down for about 7 days. Is that what you're hearing?
That's what we have heard. I mean, this is, I know you can see the pictures of those 7 cars, all over the tracks. I mean, I was there very early this morning before Amtrak and the police said, get away from here. And, there are many tracks that cover that whole area that service many of the different, whether it's regional trains or the Acceler, all of those that come through this corridor. All of them certainly shut down this morning, and they've got to move. I mean, they have massive cranes coming in to move these cars without disturbing the investigative part. So yes, it is going to take a great deal of time and a great disruption for many people who travel, not only in between Washington and New York, but also Philadelphia and New York.
All right, CBS This Morning's Norah O'Donnell reporting from the scene of that deadly derailment. Thank you.